Hi, Pete here again. I've soldered this all up, but just for you guys, I'm going to take it all apart and put it back together again. My battery ran out on the camera. Don't you just hate that when that happens? I know I do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this off with the razor knife very carefully. And watch how I get them off. I'm getting to be an expert at this. You just get there and dig your thumbnail and off she comes. And rip off she comes. I promised you guys a little soldering demonstration, and I'm going to come through, whether my camera approves or not. I take these hemostats here. They're really handy for this, and you just grab right inside here, one little click. Now it's got a hold. Now you turn on the soldering iron. Still warm from when I did this glass. Okay. It'll get all hot here in a second. It should already be well hot enough. I probably need to tighten my... Oh, here we go. There's one. Close that door and don't come back. Cat opened the door. You don't understand. I'm trying to make a nice and quiet video, but I guess a distraction. You know, I had a normal life because it was a distraction. Now we're getting number 2 hot. Here we go, about ready to lose it. There we go, off of that one. And here we go. Next victim. Just get it hot and pull it out. Okay. Now what I did earlier that you didn't get to watch was I had this bad mystery 30 amp speed controller. I removed these ends, which were the ones that you just saw me take off of here, because this one was bad. Now what I'm going to do is, because I'm such a nice guy, I'm going to put it back together again now. Yeah. Here we go. Get it on one click, and then you want to get this guy nice and stable and put some kind of a weight on top of that. It helps hold it still. Now there's plenty of solder left in the cup of this connector, but when you get them new, you just take your solder and you get that hot and you just fill it up. Okay, throw that out of the way. And I'm trying to do this where you guys can see everything I'm doing. Okay, now I'm holding the soldering iron all crazy. And you get this hot. And you watch for the cup to get the solder shiny. Up there it goes. And then you just slide that right in there like so. And then you hold still. And the solder gets hard. Then you remove your clamp. Then you pick a new one up, and you get it into the clamp. I clamp about halfway up, because you don't want to collapse the sides of this, because it is a pretty tight fit. Back on there with the weight, and we get the next one. Turn on the iron, or gun, and you want to hold this where it's comfortable so you can... Anyway, you want to hold it comfortable so you have good control over it when you poke it in here. And get it hot. Now it's melting. Slide that guy in, hopefully. There we go. But you can get some of the extra that gets on the side off with your gun. Just like so. cool second or two. Remove the weight. Take off the clamp. And we move on to number 3. I wouldn't recommend trying to touch these like you watched me just do. It's going to burn you. There we go. And now we'll put the third one back on for the second time today. This looks like it needs a little solder in the cup, so we'll actually do this one this way. I'm waiting for the soldering out there. See, nice and smoky. You get weight. It helps there. Okay, now that's melted, and you just throw a little bit in there, just like that. Now I got it. My cup is nice, and it's all hot. You just stick that in there. You don't want to whittle too much because you actually want to hold it extremely still. Ooh, I got a little mess going on down here. So, mess. Look at that. It's easy to get off. You just get it hot. Like so. And the soldering iron hopefully picks it up. You don't want to stay on there too long after you have. Okay. Clean it off your soldered iron and take a little rag and just wipe it. Make sure you don't rub your fingers across those because it feels really nice if you do it. And then we want to get the extra solder off. See it around this rag? You can see where I got it off there before. There we go. Get this cleaned off. Like it. This one I overdid it on, guys. Sorry about that. Let's just get that off there. I'm going to clean this one up because this isn't acceptable. Okay. While we get a cleaning exercise, get her hot. Look at that. That looks nasty, huh? It'll still be kind of soldery looking when I'm done, but I'm going to get it all hot again. Hopefully for the third and final time other than putting the wire back. Okay, now it's all hot. It's all shiny. Quickly. There. Now, most of my bulk solder is gone.